Hey then, welcome on back. As always, I'm Carl, Target's Attitude, absent manifestor of knives and all things sharp. Today, we're celebrating a new line of knives that I am now officially a distributor for. It's a giant mouse. And this knife I'm looking at today is a Biblio XL. Yes, Biblio XL from Giant Mouse. And for those of you who have never heard of Giant Mouse, well, it's a great company. It's formed as a partnership between some American knife lovers and a couple of Danish knife makers who just happened to make friends with them. And this knife is named after the bar where they got together and first came up with the idea for the company. Biblio Bar and let me double check. Yeah. Biblio Bar in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York. It is a literature-themed bar, as opposed by the name. And this is the XL version. They do have a smaller version, which I do not have in stock at the moment, but hopefully I'll be getting some in. What's even nicer is that even though Giant Mouse has a very strict minimum advertised price policy, they have actually authorized us to be offering a sale on the 4th of July weekend. So today, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, these things will be on sale. Great time to pick it up. I don't have many, but I've got a few. And definitely worth considering. The knife itself is fantastic. It's made with Elmax steel for the blade. Let's see here. And it's hardened to a hardness of 60 HRC. As you can see, it's a stone wash. Technically, it's a drop point. It's got green canvas micarta scales. It's got a wire clip, and you can reverse the clip so that if you want, you can set it for left-hand pocket carry as well as right hand, but only tip-up carry, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Back spacers on it are brass, including a brass piece right here. Very nice. What I really love about them is that all the back surfaces are rounded, so there's nothing to catch or cause roughness. Of course, that causes a little bit of a problem when you're trying to use a fire striker, but we'll get to that when we do our test. It's, yeah. The blade is 3.2 inches, and it comes out at 0.138 inches thickness. Overall length is 7.5 inches. All in all, a nice sized knife. It's very comfortably in the hand. Very ergonomic. It's got some jimping on the back of the knife that's just about, especially if you choke up onto the blade using the finger trowel they provide, jimping is just about perfect. It's got a thumb hole, so if you don't like the flipper, you can use the thumb hole, and it is quite nice. I'm not very good at the spidey flick, but if you are, yeah, it will do that too. All in all, I just really love this knife. It's a little heavier. Of course, if you look inside, you'll notice that they did not skeletonize the liners. So, nice and solid though. Beautiful. And knife itself and most of their knives are made in Italy, which makes for very smooth knives and very nice knives. The quality of the material is just second to none. Of course, if you're familiar with Elmex steel, you know that that's one of the super steels that everyone keeps talking about. But how does it handle our standard battery test? Let's go ahead and find out, shall we? Let's start off with a piece of scrap paper. Let's see. Out of the box. That is nice. Very nice. See if it does as well on standard cardboard. Ordinary corrugated cardboard. Yeah, that'll open up any box I've ever run into. Beautiful. How about hang packaging test? Standard soda bottle. Let's see how it does. Right in. And that's like butter. Beautiful. Okay. So, how about a piece of leather? You never know, you might have to do some trimming, especially if you're using this as an EDC carry. You might need to use it to do some trimming on leather to repair your gloves or your chaps or what have you. Again, just right through. This is some pretty heavy gauge cowhide too. Man, if you need to make some laces, you could do it in a heartbeat with this thing. Wonderful. That's it. What should we do next? Well, our standard next is, of course, zip ties. Let's see what it does on this, shall we? If you know me at all, you know I think zip ties are one of the handiest things around. It's great for, well, for everything. I mean, tying cables in place when you're running wires, holding guns down to your table at gun shows. It's even useful for building things in the woods instead of paracord. And that was almost no trouble at all. Speaking of paracord, almost forgot about that. Let's see here. I've got some paracord here somewhere, don't I? About a paracord. Nuts. Just a minute. I'll go get some. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Found some paracord. I don't know why I didn't have it up here with me. Apparently, while cleaning, I, like an idiot, put it somewhere I couldn't find it again. But if you're going to be using this as an EDC, sooner or later you're going to need to cut paracord. Either you need to wrap a package, you need to do some bushcrafting. For some reason, you're going to have to cut some cordage. So, and it would help if I didn't start in finger choil, but again, like everything else, this thing has been doing. That Elmex steel is just cutting through like butter. I mean, it's just amazing. Even if we get down to a tiny little tip loop that you can barely get a tip through. My God. Yeah, I've had other knives take 4 or 5 attempts to go through that. Not this one. Wonderful. Back to that piece of zip tie. Let's see. Cut it beautifully. If you're trying to trim it, after say you tie up a gun on your table and you don't want a long tail, that was just gorgeous. How about chopping it? Let's see here. Just making it disappear. It's wonderful. They got the wood, well chewed up piece of canary wood. Let's see how it does on this. For those of you who don't do woodworking, canary wood is about 18% harder than oak. And much denser. So, yeah, you can use this stuff for flooring and it's going to do you a wonderful job. How does this do? Very nice. If I'm going to try to chop it, chopping is beautiful. But if I need to feather it up to make, yeah, feathering canary wood is not exactly easy because it's so dense, and still feathering it up beautifully. Let's see how it does batoning. Again, this is not recommended. Should be wearing a glove, but I'm not sure. My wife put my leather gloves away while she was cleaning in here, and I'm not sure where she put them, so we'll do something that, as I say, is not recommended, but because of how nicely buffered and rounded the back of this knife is, I'm not as worried about it as I might be otherwise. Now, it's too dense and heavy to be toned through it, but you know what? Still made a nice mark, so I'm not going to complain. Not at all. One more thing, if I can find it. Let's see here. I'm sure I've still got a fire striker here. I had one. Yes. There we go. So, yeah. Yeah, but I'm interested in how well the steel comes with works. We're interested in this. Let's say, with the rounded edges, I'm not sure this is going to work. Let's start with a thumb hole. No, too rounded. At the finger choil. Nope. Jimping on the back. Okay, that's working nicely. Yeah, that's working real nicely. So, the blade would probably work itself, but I'm not going to insult the blade. So, and let's see here. Now that we've put it through all that, haven't lost a thing on the edge. Just still going nice and smooth. So there you go. Biblio XL green canvas from Giant Mouse. Right now, I've been authorized to offer it for sale for $225.25. Normal map pricing is $265. Pricey? Yes, definitely. But it is such a sweet knife. And the quality is just second to none. So it's definitely worth the price. Yeah, we'll have a link to it down here in the description. So if you want one for yourself, no problem. As I say, this is the weekend to get it, because after Monday, I've got to raise the price back up to the map of $265. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're happy I'm back. I'm sure happy to be back. And we'll have some more of these giant knife. Yeah, not giant knife. Giant mouse knives for review within the next couple of weeks. So, hope you come back for those too. In the meantime, y'all take care. Remember, like, comment, and share. Always helpful to the channel. I've also got a link down below to not only my website, but a merch site if you want to help us out that way and show off your support by buying a neat t-shirt or hat or even the coffee mug. But enough of that. It's time for me to get going and get on to work, so you take care. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the 4th of July weekend. And remember, it may be ability decides what you do. Maybe motivation decides what you will do. But it's attitude that decides how well you're going to do it. So if you're going to do anything, do it with attitude. See you now.